What's good, everyone? Welcome to Gameday Nation Athletics. Omar, what we're going to be talking about today, man?
We're going to talk about the success in Major League Soccer in the U.S. We're also going to talk about Christian McCaffrey's contract. We're also going to talk about the rivalries, best rivalries in sports history. And we're going to end it off talking about, the worst thing of all, Pro Bowls, man. Because Pro Bowls, they're not doing so well. They're just hard.
Omar, what's the name of this channel again?
Bro, Gameday Nation Athletics, man. Subscribe.
Wait, what? I didn't say that?
I said Gameday Nation Athletics.
You got that right. It's Gameday Nation Athletics. We out here. And my name is Steven.
My name is Omar, a.k.a. the one and only, a.k.a. the God, a.k.a.
Whoa, slow down.
AKA.
Slow down with that, my boy.
A.k.a.
Oh, you getting fired up.
AKA.
Let's go. All right. Start off. Soccer in America. Why
Major League Soccer.
can it be successful in America? The sport loved in the world. Can it be successful in America? Omar, what you think?
I don't think so. Not right now. I don't think it can be successful. Major League Soccer we're talking about. I don't think it can be successful right now because the whole pandemic is happening, of course.
Well, I'm saying like in general. Let's judge upon the past season.
I feel like.
Did you follow any teams from last year?
Yeah, of course. The New England Revolutionaries.
That's why you don't like it.
Oh,
that's why you don't like it.
They were winning. What do you mean? See,
that man said they were winning.
They were winning.
You're funny, Omar. Stop joking, man. They were winning, he says.
They were winning. And I feel like the only way the MLS can be successful if the U.S. international team can be successful. Because
for sure.
The thing is, what really transpires around this whole concept or this idea of having this Major League Soccer all deals with can the international team be great? Because when we think about it, it's another men's soccer league, and we're like, it's in the U.S. Why should we even have this? Because if the women's soccer team could be great, why can't we have a league full of women's soccer players? That's I think the real question that transpires.
Well, now that's a tricky situation. I mean, yes, we know the women's team is great, but we live in a society where the men's sports are dominated more than the women's sports, And like to the topic, what's in everyone's agenda that the women's team in the U.S. should be paid a lot more than the men's team, and I believe they should, because the women's team are actually competing for world champions, not just regional championships or confederation championships. They're competing for world champions, man. Like, the women's soccer team is making the other countries, European countries like France, England, Spain, or China, Japan, make them look like little leagues, man. And they deserve to get paid a lot more. But like I said again, what brings in a lot more money? You gotta think about the business side of it. The men brings a lot more viewership than the women's team.
You're right. Unless the women's team goes to another championship, then you have a lot more views. But
no, definitely, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was watching all the women's teams games at this past World Cup in France.
Yep,
I was watching them too.
Yep. But with the MLS, I feel like the international team, they have to perform better because
for the MLS to be successful. Because the MLS needs the national team to be great.
When you really think about it, the international team is like the big brother to the MLS, and that big brother guy showed that if I could do it, you could do it too. And right now, it's not looking so good. Even though the views are going up for MLS, but to reach the goal that they want, the international team gotta perform better. They have to really bring out what men's soccer team was about in the U.S. and that's what needs to happen. They make a change.
And one thing that the reason why the MLS might not be as successful compared to Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL is because there's not really a historical history with them. I mean, the MLS was established in December 7, 1993. That's still pretty recent. It's not compared. You got the NBAs and NFL teams being established in the early 1900s. So there's history there. You got your grandpa, your great-grandpa, your great-great-great-grandpa talking about like, I remember when
you're going back. That's pretty old, man.
I'm just saying, but that's how major it was, Yeah. You got older folks talking about the sports when the Celtics were doing this and that, and etc. But MLS, you can't really do that.
Also, you don't have no rivalries to begin with, because when you think about MLS, you don't really think about a team who has a strong rivalry that go back through years.
Now, the team that was dominant back in the 2000s and one was the LA Galaxy, but now we got a bunch of new faces, which is great for the MLS. It can't be just one team being dominant all the time. They gotta be a couple if you want that following, right? Right now, you got LAFC competing, you got Atlanta United, and what's that other team? I mean, I think the Timbers can do something, right? But you just need more dominant teams in the league. For the league to be successful, they need it. And one thing that MLS needs to add more is big name players. You need a Messi, you need a Ronaldo, you need a Mbappe, or even a Neymar to come to your league. And that means you have to raise the salary cap, or maybe not even have a salary cap. Because you look at big leagues like the Premier League or La Liga or Liga 1 in France, they don't have a salary cap. Most of them don't have a salary cap. You can pay them whatever the market value is for that player. You need to attract those big name players, you know. You don't want to bring in Messi when that man's like 42 years old and can barely run. You don't need that. We need players in their prime playing in the MLS. If you want, because people are looking at MLS as like what, a retiring league for players that are old to go still play soccer. No, we don't need that, man.
See, this brings up a point that the MLS really needs to really fund this whole scouting project. You know, to scout like college athletes or
definitely
college athletes scouting
for
high
sure.
School athletes.
Yeah,
because MLS, they really need young talent, and they're not getting that. And with college athletes, well, with scouters, they don't really look into these college players as much like they're supposed to. Not like the NFL, how they have the draft or anything like that. Not like the NBA, how like they have the draft and it's most watched. So I feel like they need to really fund that draft process more. But you know, I feel like the MLS really needs to it's a future thing. I feel like the MLS can actually
be successful.
Be successful, but in the future.
MLS,
I'll give it 5 years.
MLS definitely has the fans, the passionate fans. If you see the fans out there in LA for LAFC, if you see the teams, the fans for the Portland Timbers, or even the fans in Atlanta United, bro, Atlanta United fans, they're selling out the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, where it's meant for football, having a 70,000 capacity. They're selling out that stadium. That says a lot. There is potential in the MLS, man, but they gotta keep going up. I love that the MLS are having expansion teams. They just have a new team out there in Nashville, and even a new team here down in South Florida. You guys got definitely check out Inter Miami CF, man. Support the team. All of us South Floridians support the team, man. We need to build our own state rivalry. Inter Miami versus the Orlando. I forgot their names, man. Whatever. But you need to face a big state rivalry. We gotta make a following, man.
Speaking about rivalries, let's move on, sir. All this time, you know, we have no sports right now. We're not watching anything. All we're watching is ourselves and our family members, where you're listening to them. You know how horrible that is? Sometimes you realize, man, they're talking about nonsense.
Preach it, Omar. Preach it.
Sir, what do you think is the best rivalry or sports rivalry?
I'm throwing a curveball for y'all boys out here in Gameday Nation.
Y'all girls too. You know, he's missing out on the girls as well. Man, I'm supporting you guys. 2020.
Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie. Not a lot of girls love sports like that.
Man, you don't know.
Not a lot of them. All right, so I'm gonna throw a curveball right here. The best sports rivalry in America, I'm not saying world, in America, Army versus Navy. Why do you say that? Because the game itself, it's old school football, straight running. Because both teams, they don't really rely on the passing. You know, they throw it 4 to 5 times.
And they don't have the quarterbacks for it. I mean, all those games, nope.
But it's just the game itself is so unique to me. I love it's old school football. There's been these last few meetings they had. It was snowing in Philadelphia, snowing in Baltimore. Bro, it's just so unique to me. And the fact that they play a week, like basically, because college football has that 1 week break of no college football because it's after the regular season, after they play the conference championship games, and they have that 1 week break. And so Army versus Navy game is the only game going on Saturday. And wow, like, it just brings people together, man. Because for example, if you're an alumni from University of Miami or alumni from Penn State or even Ohio State, you're associated with that. But Army versus Navy, you don't necessarily, to me, have to be associated. Like, you don't have to be part of the Army or part of the Navy, because Army versus Navy, it's a country thing. It brings all the leaders in America down, the president and everything, to come down and watch this game. It takes basically, it's a game for people in the reserves or are in active duty to have that 1 day break to watch a 3-hour game, the sports we love, and plus the game itself. It's always close. These past season has been close. Now, recently Navy did blow out Army, but before that, I think the Army had a 3-game win streak against Navy, but the games were always close, man. Great quality game, man, and it has a history to it, because I believe Navy won a national championship way back. That they produce Heisman winners as well. It's just not just football players. Like, there's talent in these teams too, man.
Oh, of course. A lot of discipline.
I love it.
A lot of these, professional coaches, they look at these colleges that has that strong discipline so they can recruit them. Mostly for offensive linemen, because, you have to stay diligent. I mean, when you're on the line, because, you don't want no false starts or anything, or what's the other one? Past line of scrimmage or anything like that. D4, I'm calling you out.
And the thing is that it's not just a game. It's not only just a game for these players. They're out here protecting our country as well. And it has a deeper feeling for us that we are here today because of these soldiers. Because remember, these players out here that are playing, they're soldiers as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, some of them might not go into active duty though, but
some. But they're out here, working for our country.
Yeah.
And to me, that says a lot. It has a deeper meaning to it. Has historical history, has a meaning to it, and it just brings everyone together, man. I love it. So let's talk about. So that's that. So let's talk about your sports rivalry. What's the best?
You have Ali versus Foreman. You have Grambling versus Southern U, but I feel like for me,
he's bringing out HBCU schools. I like that.
I feel like rivalries that we already acknowledged them. Lakers versus Celtics. This goes back into the late 50s. This goes back to the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and even the early decades of the 2000s. Celtics versus Lakers. Back-to-back champions throughout the 60s. Back-to-back in the 80s. And then they really rekindled the whole fire in the early 2000s, where you have 2008. Not, my bad. Was it early?
For what? For
2008.
For 2008 and 2010. Yep.
Yep. I was thinking about early 2000s because we're in 2020, so I was thinking, what's the half mark?
Yeah, I feel you.
Would it be early or late?
That was 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Wow, time goes by fast, guys.
I'm old. But anyways, I feel like Celtics versus Lakers is the best rivalry, because first it was like, Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson. That right there, you have Magic Johnson, the flashy passer himself. Right. Larry Bird, who could shoot, white boy could shoot threes. I mean, why not? And you have 2000, I still want to say late 2000 because 2010. 2008 and 2010, I mean, you have Kobe and was Odom still around there?
Odom's there.
Okay, Kobe and Odom.
Paul Gasol.
Paul Gasol, you're right. Paul Gasol was there. Yeah, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and Kevin Garnett, KG himself. And I feel like what better rivalry than that? I mean, this goes back in history. This goes back decades before I was even born, and I feel like this is something that is gonna be forever.
Before even your dad was born.
Yeah,
possibly even before your grandpa was born. Man.
I don't know about that, but this will keep on going.
Decades and decades, this has been going on. It's crazy.
I feel like this will keep on going. Nowadays I feel like we finished the whole championship era. What I mean by championship era, I mean teams who can actually compete in the championship, teams who has elite talent to actually go through the championship, pose as threats, not just 1-2 teams. I'm talking about 5 teams, 6 teams at least. It could pose as threats and through the run of the championships. And now with the Celtics and the Lakers, we have LeBron and Anthony Davis. I feel like the Celtics can have a chance or have a shot of competing them in the championships. And I feel like it's going to go up to Game 7. I'm not going to tell you what my choice or who's going to win. That's besides the point. But I do feel like the Celtics and the Lakers rivalry is something that would be
Well,
there
one
forever.
one thing we can say about it is that the rivalry hasn't been the same since 2010, and seeing the potential that the Celtics has right now. At the time when the season ended, they were like third in the conference. Lakers were like number one in the conference or number two in the West. One or two. They're basically they're definitely top two, but for the Lakers and Celtics to, have their rivalry again, it can't just be during the regular season.
No.
For it to restart again, it gotta be
championships.
They gotta compete in championships for the rivalry to start because that's what originally started the rivalry with the Lakers and Celtics. It kind of reminds me of, because remember, Lakers or the Celtics, they're not like regional. They're not state rivalry. They're not regional. None of that.
No, they're East Coast to West Coast,
and it's something very special because it kind of reminds me of the Cavaliers and then Golden State rivalry they had when they went to possibly even 4 straight championship runs with each other.
Could be 4.
It could be 4. And then it also reminds me of Alabama versus Clemson, where they went to 3 straight championships. No, it was 3 straight championships and 1 playoff appearance between those 2 teams. So they faced each other 4 straight times in the college football playoff era. So, like I said, for the Lakers and the Celtics to rebrand their rivalry, they gotta compete in championships, man. No other way around it.
And I feel like the Celtics can go to the finals because the East Coast, or not the East, the Eastern Conference,
it's pretty open.
It's open because the only teams I feel like we really have to worry about is Heat for sure, because they're like unsung heroes.
Thank you.
Because I'm going to give them props. They're that type of team where if you turn your back around, oh my God, they're there. They're right behind me. That's the type of team they are. And the Bucks, they're just a great team altogether. Like, I know when you think about Bucks, you think about Giannis, but no, Chris Middleton, player. He's a great athlete, a great shooter. He's that type of player where you just like, you don't even think about him. Like, you don't think about you don't think Chris Middleton on the Bucks at all. He's just there. But he makes a presence when he starts shooting threes. He makes a presence when he's torching up your team. And I feel like he's that player to really look out for. And Celtics can defend them off. But even though they struggled last season, but this is a new season. Hopefully, when the NBA goes back up again, we can rekindle that.
For sure.
Competition again.
Now I do want to mention I do want to say an honorable mention here. Another rivalry that's so unique to me is Alabama versus Auburn. You already know it's a big in-state rivalry, both passionate fan bases and everything. But not just that, it's just what they play for. Both teams are always either paying spoilers, ruining another team's chances for making a championship run.
Swiping, no swiper.
Basically, and that's what you love. Back in 2010, I think Alabama already had a streak going, beating Auburn, That was the same year when Cam Newton joined Auburn. At the time, I think Auburn was ranked number 2 in the country, and Alabama was ranked number 7 at the time, right? So if Alabama would have won, they probably would have had a chance to compete for the BCS national championship game. And you already know if Auburn won, they were going. But because before that game matchup of 2010, Alabama was already competing in championship games. Like, they were starting to become that, they were starting a legacy, right? When Nick Saban came in. So Auburn needed, for them to have bragging rights against Alabama, it was like, yo, we gotta not only beat Alabama, but be the champion of college football. So when it was a close game, Auburn, I believe, beat Alabama 28-27. And remember, Alabama was actually winning against Auburn throughout the game. It looked like Alabama was the bigger team. But Auburn shut that down. Ken Newton was being clutch and came back. And then that same year in 2010, not 2010, 2011, when the national championship game happened, they faced Oregon. And you already know what happened. Auburn won the national championship game. And then after that, a few years later in 2013, it was Alabama versus Auburn again. It was, I believe, this game was in Auburn, right? And I think Alabama was ranked number 1 in the country at the time, and Auburn was ranked number 4 at the time. Remember, this is the time when the college football playoff system wasn't started, so you had to be the top 2 teams. So whoever won that game was going to the national championship game. And towards the end of the game, when it looked like the game was already over, but the referees wanted to believe they were bribed, that one more second left to the clock. And
See, I don't believe that. Look, you refs, man, he's discriminating you guys refs, man. I think you guys are doing a great job. Besides the point, you kind of spoil our moves again.
Omar,
time to time.
listen what you're saying, my guy.
Look, I'm here to support you. Ref coalition. You talk to me, man. Hit me up. We gotta talk about this. This guy.
Come invite me to your games.
Yeah, come invite me to the games. You already know. But as you were saying.
Anyway, so the refs added one more second to the clock, which gave Alabama a chance to kick a field goal and win the game. Because if the game ended, they were going straight in overtime. But you already know, Alabama kickers can never be clutch. Missed the kick.
If you guys watched the last video, he kind of trash talked the kickers all the way. And I'm trying to help you kickers out. Like, I believe in you guys. Look,
but that doesn't escape the fact that Alabama can't produce great kickers.
See, if you can embrace your inner self and think, man,
they can bring all these star athletes, but can't bring in a kicker.
I'm going to think about.
Are you kidding me?
Greg the leg. Wow. See,
not everyone's Greg the leg though. You gotta remember that.
Alabama kickers, if you're out there listening, man, I'm here for you. I will support you.
And they're not even on the team right now.
On the team, Alabama kickers, man, I'm here for you. If you ever want to be an Alabama kicker, man, hit me up, bro. Send us the highlights.
They barely have kicker talent. You could probably be a kicker for Alabama, man.
Man, send us that boot, man. We'll.
You do know you only need a 2.0 GPA to go to attend Alabama, right?
See, he's saying all kickers are dumb. Look, that's what he's saying.
It's bringing up something a whole lot different now. I'm gonna say I could be an Alabama kicker right now if I wanted to.
That anyone could be a kicker. He's saying that you need no skill to
be a kicker.
The
competition is open to be a kicker.
It's open.
It's open. It's really open. There's no solid kicker that Alabama has.
No solid kicker.
All right,
whatever.
Man, Alabama, hit me up, man. Look at my transcripts I got, man. I'm still trying to go to school. Hit me up, man.
Yeah, he needs to go to school after he's trying some of these kickers. He had to understand. But anyways, the kickers, man, send us that boot. Send us those highlights of that leg, man. No homo though. But we gotta show out.
Anyways, we're escaping what we were talking about right here for real. So
you're gonna do the Tim Tebow leg knee on me? Oh my God!
Copyright.
We're not sponsored by Tim Tebow.
Anyways. So they missed the kick, and I forgot his name. His last name was Chris Davis. Chris Davis. It was basically a kick return. Got the ball, ran over, and wow, man, he ran the way to the promised land for the national championship game. Broke Alabama's fans' heart, man. Mm-hmm. As an Alabama fan, you're furious, man.
I'm telling you,
what an ending to a game to go to the national championship game, because these teams are always competing for championship games. Who's gonna go what? Or because I know Alabama's a more dominant team in championship caliber compared to Auburn, but Auburn is always there to ruin their chances, and they have ruined their chances. You gotta remember that. That's why I love this rivalry. But although I will say this, after that game, Auburn did lose the national championship game against Florida State and Jameis Winston. But Auburn basically didn't give Alabama a chance to compete. And for Auburn to be in the national championship game instead of Alabama for Alabama fan, oh my God, if that does not grind your gears, I don't know what does. Oof.
Well, all right, man. Let's move on. Chris McCaffrey, not too long ago, he had a new contract, and it was like $64 million for 16
a year
for 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. And he became the highest paid running back in the league right now. And I feel
well deserved.
Well deserved. He's the one who put the Panthers on his back. He is the Panthers himself. Man, they should call him the Christian McCaffrey Panthers right there. New name alert.
Christian Carolina Panthers. Christian McCaffreys. That sounds all better.
That sounds horrible.
But
right. But
you're basically calling Christian McCaffrey is the state of Carolina. Yeah. Wouldn't it make state Carolina? No, Christian McCaffrey's Panthers. That sounds better.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't. Wait, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, Carolina Christian McCaffrey.
He can't get these names.
Carolina Christian McCaffrey. There you go.
His contract, well deserved. I feel like he became the highest paid player,
highest paid running back. Definitely.
And for sure, I feel like he need that wide receiver money because.
Well, but you gotta remember, Omar, wide receivers don't really get paid that much either.
But they get paid more than running backs.
Not a little bit more, like $2 million extra.
But I mean, he's playing as a running back as well, so I don't see why not. He should get that running back money as well. Not running back money, that wide receiver money as well.
Not even. Because if quarterback money, that's what they need.
Hey,
$30 million a year.
If he taps his inner Mohamed Sanu and throw a ball and have a perfect passer rating, then he get that quarterback.
I mean,
money.
Christian McCaffrey can do it all. I mean, ever since I saw Christian McCaffrey play in Stanford, and I saw his combine highlights.
He's not Tyson Hill, but anyways, look, I feel like Christian McCaffrey, you're doing a great job. Keep that sport, work hard. Grind.
Although I will say this though, I think he should have got paid a bit more, like $20 million a year.
He should.
But you know what? He is the highest paid running back now, and that just starts a trend now that running backs deserve their money. Now I'm not someone like, let's say Melvin Gordon. How much was he asking? Like 15 million?
It was kind of outrageous.
It was outrageous.
He was already hurt before he sat out.
I think that was the worst hold. Like that was a bad decision. To be honest, I don't think Melvin Gordon even wanted to do the hold. I think he was pressured by his agent. Like, bro, you can make a lot of money.
You know what?
It was his agent
because Le'Veon Bell did a holdout. I feel like,
but he didn't really gain that much.
He didn't. First of all, that holdout was useless. I don't know what he did. He wanted more money, but
and plus he was getting fined each game he didn't.
Right. So it was not even worth it. But I feel like Melvin Gordon wanted to do the same thing, and because it was like more of a I don't know.
I mean, Le'Veon Bell does deserve like high paid money, just like maybe Christian McCaffrey does.
Not with the Jets. I feel he should go to a different team, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
But on the topic of football, we can move on because.
Well, hold up before because I didn't finish one point. I hope this starts a trend that NFL GMs and owners should really start appreciating these running backs, man. Because players like Saquon Barkley and these other running backs coming to the draft, they deserve high paid money. I think Barkley's still on his rookie contract, but eventually after this season, he's got to ask for a max contract, So we're talking about $20 million a year.
I would trade Saquon.
Whoa.
Go to a team that needs a running back. Go to a team that had.
Well, I'm saying,
go to.
If Barkley wants a big contract, it has to be with the Giants because you can't be. New York doesn't really have anything. Doesn't have that much to offer Saquon, so they gotta be kind of like desperate. Like, hey man, we'll give you a $20 million contract, make it the highest paid running back in the league, and he's gonna stay.
Look, I see Saquon going to the Colts. Look, I feel like the Colts are the team to go. The reason why I said they're going to the Colts, they have a decent O-line. They have a good O-line, right? They have a quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, and they have a few wide receivers. I feel like they could pick up some more wide receivers to help their cause and stuff. But they don't really have a running back. I feel like they don't have the efficient running back that can really do it all.
Barkley's staying in New York.
I'm just saying. Look, I don't feel like he's going to be a lifer. Oh, no. But I feel like he's going to go to a different team.
Give me the next Lawrence Taylor type player.
What?
Lawrence Taylor?
No. Lawrence Taylor? That's a defensive player.
Yeah, but he could be like, because Lawrence Taylor is like a household name in New York.
Oh, no, he's not going to. No.
Yes, he could be. Yeah, definitely.
No.
Yeah.
But I feel like he should go to a different team. The Colts is your new home, for sure. But
wild statement. Anyways, let's talk about the Pro Bowl and why it's so disappointing.
It's disappointing every year. And I feel like they should change how they should change the layout. They should change the layout.
Do you like the skill challenges they got going?
No, I didn't like last year's skill challenge because Kirk Cousins, that man, my gosh, he showed why he shouldn't get paid a lot of money in that skill challenge. What was it? Was it precision throw or something like that?
Precision pass. Well, it was for the best hands challenge, he was one.
He was just, oh my gosh. I understand.
Overthrowing the ball and underthrowing the ball. My God.
When you go to the Pro Bowl, you're being picked by fans, because you're to them you're the best player in their eyes.
Man, I think Jake Cutler would have done a better job.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I remember back then when Jake Cutler was in the Dolphins for that 1 year, and the Dolphins started starting a trend to get Cutler to the Pro Bowl, and the report saying he got a majority of the vote to go to the Pro Bowl, but the NFL, I don't know who was running it, they're saying like, nah, we're not bringing Jake Cutler in the Pro Bowl, and they were starting to strike. It was pretty funny, but I'm saying that I think Jake Cutler would have done a whole better job than what Kirk Cousins does, and like you said, shows why he does not deserve that max contract that he got in freaking in Minnesota. Like what? Come on, man.
Back to the Pro Bowl, I feel like
you could have had what's his name? Who was that? Who was the number? Case Keenum for the cheap. But no, you want to roll Kirk Cousins.
But back to the whole Pro Bowl, I feel like they should copy the NBA's All-Star games. You know how for All-Star games, for each quarter, they do the max point. Whoever wins that quarter, they donate a certain amount of money to the charity of their choice or something.
I honestly like the skill challenge that NFL has a whole lot better than the actual game, because in the game, Not really that much excitement.
Yeah, they don't try. I mean, I understand. Like, it's Pro Bowl. It's technically your off season, but you're just playing just because. Just
the players are getting money, and you could say, well, reward the players a whole lot more money. Like, if you win a game, you get a whole lot more money. I mean, but still, these players are not really trying to not trying to risk getting injured. And you already know football is like
it's a contact sport.
And if you get injured, let's say you tear your ACL in the Pro Bowl, that is so bad. It looks so bad, man.
I mean, well, you're right.
Exactly. I understand that point, but I don't know. The NFL has to do something. Now, I can't really say what I would do to change the Pro Bowl format for the game, but it just honestly, there's a point where maybe we should not even have a Pro Bowl game. Maybe just keep the challenges and everything. I think, but I believe the location in Orlando is great. I mean, Hawaii is pretty dope, but you gotta look at the stadium, man. It's pretty trash.
But yeah, it's an old stadium. I mean, they got really upgraded.
If they want to,
if they want, that's what's always in Orlando.
And plus, in Orlando, like there's a lot of things to do in Orlando. You got Universal. Well, you can't go to Universal because remember ESPN is owned by Disney, and the facilities they play at is at Disney. So you can only go to Disney World. But hey, who doesn't want to go to Disney World, man? They got the new they got the new attraction in Hollywood Studios for Star Wars, man. Star Tours? I don't even know. Anyways, but that's our topic. But there's a lot of things to do in Orlando, and it's a great destination for players to go, have fun and everything, have a good time. Like, why not? But the game itself is pretty bland, not really good.
You know what they should do? They should add another skill challenge for the kickers and punters out there who needs to.
Hey, shout out Pat McAfee, man.
Man, no, you were just trashing kickers not too long ago, man. Shout out to Pat McAfee. You know, I'm your boy right here. I
love Pat McAfee, man.
You're always there. But anyways, I feel like they need them punters. They need that leg. They need to show what they can do because who was that? The YouTuber, Destroy. Yeah, you know, you need some competition. Need that.
Or should have some sort of like celebrity kind of challenges. Right?
Yeah,
that can work actually.
Wait, do they have a celebrity flag football or something? Sponsored by the NFL.
Oh, you're right. Is it a celebrity? No, I think it's kids. It's kids.
They need a celebrity flag football. I know that celebrity has their own flag football thing, like on their
number one. That's actually a great concept. Well, actually, keep the Pro Bowl game in there, but they just got to spice up some things, man.
Yeah, they need a new concept with the whole Pro Bowl event altogether. And I feel like
because I don't if you guys pay attention before the Pro Bowl starts, they do have the flag football game going on, but they should also add a celebrity game as well, like a weekend. Don't fit everything all in one day on a Sunday. Do that celebrity game on a Saturday, and I think they do the skill challenge on Thursday. But remember, they don't have it on live.
They're pre-recorded.
Yeah, and I don't think that's really fun because you could just easily go online and check who won these challenges and everything. Man, even Twitter and Instagram be posting like, let's say, what's his name? Name one good receiver.
One good receiver?
Just one.
Julio.
Like Julio Jones just won the best hands challenge. That kind of like spoils everything. And I'm watching like, there's no point in watching it because I could just watch the highlights. But you want to have it live? Why not have it live? And add some other events for the weekend. Like have the challenges not on a Thursday, have it on a Friday. Then Saturday have a celebrity game or some other game, and then on Sunday the main event, the Pro Bowl game.
But something like that. But this will wrap up our video, man. We appreciate you for tuning in. My name is Owen.
My name is Steven.
And we hope you like, subscribe, comment that your next videos or next topics that you want us to comment on. Or do some type of commentary or something or review.
We're still getting our social media platforms started for Twitter and Instagram, and we want to use those platforms for you to send us any questions, topics to do, and even for student athletes to show out their highlights for juniors that are about to become seniors, and you trying to get much exposure. Send us your videos, man. We were trying to create a platform for you guys, man. Trying to get you the best situation that we can offer for you guys,
And kickers, if you're out there, hit me up because he's not playing your favorite, but kickers, hit me up. I will help you guys.
We need to start a trend for MLS, man. We need these high school recruits going to big name colleges and getting into the MLS, man. We need to start a trend, man.
Yep,
why not?
For sure. But man, peace out, guys.
Peace out.